welcome back. Okay, so what have we done? Let's bring that out to the camera. There we go. Right, so you can see it's all starting to come together now. So what I have actually done is I've highlighted the shoulder pad. You see the planet there in white. Then I used two colours, and I've done the same for the legs as well. But I've used two colours on that. I've used the blue RLM number 65, and it's 71.008, and I've also used the olive green, which is 71.007, and I have to say both, let's just focus on that for a second, both fantastic colours. So it's all starting to tie up now. We're starting to get all our base coats on. So we've now got mahogany. Let's just get that into camera. So we've got mahogany next, and we're going to use that for our wooden poles bursting out of there, and I'll possibly use it for the loincloth as well, or the straps that are hanging down there, if you see there. Okay, so let's, oh, and definitely for there, for the handle, because it'd be nice to have a wooden mahogany handle on there. So let's start with that, shall we? So I'm just going to put a couple of droplets down. You don't need that much paint. It actually comes out really well. Let's just get that on the brush. I'll move that out of the way. So just going to start just there and paint that on. Don't be too worried if you can see a bit of red coming through, because when we come to add our washes over the top of this, it's going to hide quite a bit. And this is perfect for airbrushing. This paint, as I said before, I mean, because it's made for it, Model Air. It's absolutely gorgeous, but I just want to see whether, as I've said before, if I can paint with it. Probably worth you guys checking out their website as well. I think I'll put a link down below, so just check that. Okay, so that's our handle painted. And if we just go to there, and then what we're going to do is we're going to concentrate on the poles on the top, so I'll see you guys in a second. Hi guys, welcome back. Okay, so we've just used our mahogany, that's Model Air mahogany by Vallejo, and that's 71.036. I really hope that's the number for it. Anyway, so here we go. As you can see, we're really starting to take form, and I've got to say, I really like the colour on the skulls, the light brown. It is beautiful. Anyway, so the mahogany part's all done. We're now going to move into using a different paint, which is the silver, which is 71.063, and that's Model Air again by Vallejo. And as I said, we're only going to use Vallejo for this. Okay, so there we go. Let's just put this little squirt of this, and you only need a tiny little bit. And what we're looking to paint now, if I can get that to zoom in, are these bits around here. It's nice and simple, and we're nearly done. Oh yeah, I did continue to do these with the other paints around there, because I'm saving the face till last, because there's a lot of detail on there, and I'd like to get that right. So it's starting to look quite good. When you wash this, it's all going to come together. Okay, so let's just do the silver. Okay, so if I can see that, they're quite tiny. It helps if I put it on camera as well. Okay. And on there. Here we go. So it just makes that stand out, which is quite nice. So it's all getting there. Okay, so we're going to concentrate on doing the bits on the handle just highlighting those, as you can see. And there. And just going to get the other side. Just make sure we've got it all covered. Don't worry if you go over, we can always go back and clean it up later anyway, so that's one of the beauties about painting. Okay, so there we go, so we've done that now. Right, the last thing to do is the face. So we need to talk about and think about what colours we're going to do and how we're going to mix it together. Now I haven't actually got a flesh tone from Vallejo, but I think we should look at how we can mix a colour up. Now I'm thinking light brown and white, so I'll see you in a few seconds. Right guys, welcome back. Okay, so what colour flesh should we mix together? Well, I've used scarlet red, light brown, and I've also used a white as well. And I'm going for a reddish tone to the face, so I can then knock back with lighter colours once I've added the washes. So I'm just gonna add that on there. Let's bring it up to the camera a little bit. So I'm going to knock it back with the washes, and then I'm going to highlight it with lighter colours. And as I said before, don't worry if you go over, you can always clean it up afterwards. And because this paint is so thin, you get a really fine look to it, which is absolutely lovely. Go. So we just got to make sure we get a nice even coverage. Let's bring that in front of the camera. I do apologise, gentlemen. We're painting off camera. We head slightly off camera, so I'm not actually looking through the lens. I'm just making sure that every now and then that it's in focus or in the actual camera lens. Okay. And this is the difference between a GW paint, which is quite thick, to the Vallejo range, where it's a very thin paint, especially the Model Air. Okay, so now it's starting to come together. So you can just focus, you can start to see more detail on the face. And that red's really broken up, but it's still very strong. I am amazed by it. Okay, so we need to paint the detail in the mouth. So we need to see the teeth, and we'll need to darken the eyes a little bit as well. So for that, we're gonna use some blending. I'll see you in a second. Hi guys, welcome back. So I've mixed Vallejo Model Air White. There we go, get that to focus, thank you very much. And Vallejo Model Black, and Vallejo Scarlet Red, and Vallejo Light Brown to do the basics for this, which is going to be, let's just move these out of the way. You'd be surprised the amount of colours I've used already just on this. for the eyes. So what we're going to do is we're going to just take our brush and we'll put it in the inside there, and we'll go into the mouth area, just darkening these areas up, and we're just going to do the same on the other side. So we'll just switch this round and we'll just do that as well. There we go, and it's as easy as that, just darkening up to make it look a little bit more, give it a little bit more shadow around the eyes. We can achieve that also with the washes, but it's better to do it now, and then we can build up around that when we highlight it. Okay, so I'm going to see in a second. I'm just going to do the teeth with the white, and the teeth you can find there and just around the bottom. I'll speak to you in a second. Hi guys, welcome back. Okay, so this is where we're at the moment. Let's see if we can just get out of focus. There we are. So we've got most of our base coats on now, and we've just got one more colour to add, which is a yellow, and that's number 71.002 yellow, and that's the Vallejo Air Model Air. I'll just give that a good shake. Always give the bottles a good shake first, and then we're going to paint on our yellow. Okay, so if we look at the lapels on the figure at the top of the skeleton, we need to turn those from white to yellow, so it's going to be a nice easy job. And here we go. And don't worry if they come out looking a little bit greeny, because we can go back over them later and highlight them. And again, absolutely lovely. Just smooth, it just goes on so well. Let's move that out of the way so the camera doesn't focus more on that than what we're doing. I do apologise for that. Again, there we go. Like I said, don't worry if you go over, you can clean it up, so it's not a problem, because you will find every now and then you do spill over, so as I said, not a problem whatsoever. And at this stage, because it's just base coating, you can afford to make a few mistakes, so don't panic. Okay, so that's the yellow done. Okay, so that's our guy. All the base coats are finished now. So the next step will be to add some battle damage. And for that to happen, we've got to add some paint chips here and there. Not much, because there's so much happening anyway, but I think more on the bigger areas. And then after that, we'll move on to the cloak. Okay guys, see you in a second. Hi guys, welcome back. And here we are. So I've used Scarlet Red. And there we go, you see it there, Scarlet Red, and I've used white. Now the ratio for this is probably about 5% white and 95% red, to get a nice sort of just off red colour. So I'll just move these back and let's just have a quick look. So what we're going to do is we're going to look at areas where we think there'll be chipping, and this is going to be the base for our chipping effect. So we can look at there, let's put it in there as well. So you can lighten that up just a little bit. And then we can just around there. Let's look at the gun as well. There's going to be some chipping on that. So let's just add some there. And down the side of the magazine. That's going to have some. Okay, there's some good places in the back as well. And just around here and around there. So I plan to do a whole series of videos on using the airbrush as well with Model Air. So for those of you that are looking to use the airbrush, also check out Marnius Augustus Calgar's channel as well, because, and also Orc Painter Nerd, because they've got some fantastic tips. Even Chung as well is starting to burst out there with some awesome tips. Glad he's back as well. It's nice to see him back. Right, so there we go. So it's just basic, just little spots. The idea is that it shouldn't stand out too much, because we're going to be painting within that, and we're going to be using the silver within that as well, just to make it look a little bit smarter. And you look for areas basically that you feel would have some chipping on. I'll just use that one there. And the same around there as well. Okay, so I think that's as far as I'm going to go really. Oh, I just found maybe around the knuckles. There we go. So that's as far as I really want to go. So now we're going to look at washing the entire figure. So we'll just let this, actually no, we're going to do I jumped the gun there, we're actually going to move into doing the bolt gun metal or a metal colour in the paint chips, then we're going to do the washing. Jesus, look at me jumping around all over the place. Okay guys, I'll speak to you in a second.